So in probability, we have already studied in class 9. That was experimental probability in ninth class. In class 9, we studied about the experimental probability. Now we will study about theoretical probability. Okay. So in experimental probability, we find the probability of the occurrence of an event by actual performing the experiment in a number of items and adequate recording of the happening of an event. So in this type of question means one experiment was performed and some occurrence will be noted and then we have to. So in this type of question, what you will find in throwing, like in throwing a die, is the following observations. In throwing, suppose in throwing a die, the following the following outcomes are observed. This type of question you will find. Observation will be given. This one time this, or in throwing a die 100 times, suppose 100 times. Okay. The following observations are given in terms of a table. One table will be given and then you have to find the probability. But here we are trying to predict what will happen without actual performing the experiment. Here the experiment has been performed and then we are finding. Here if we throw a die 100 times, if means we are imaging. So this question always start if we throw a die 100 times. We throw a die two times, two times. So this is what imagination. What we are we try to predict what will happen without actually performing the experiment. Without actually performing the experiment. Experiment has not been performed. We suppose that if we throw a die two times, find the ability of getting two heads, find the ability of getting no head, find the ability of getting tail, find the ability of getting two tail, the find ability of getting no tail. So find the probability like this. It will be predicted. Find the probability of getting whatever, find the probability of getting whatever asked in the question. So here the experiment was not performed. We suppose that if we throw, what will happen? We are predicting. Okay, we are imagining. We are just imagine that we have to imagine that if we do this one, so what will happen? What are the possible outcomes? What will happen? Okay, got it? So that is the main difference between probability, experimental probability, and theoretical probability. So these are the experiments. In probability, we are going to do the theoretical probability. So in the tossing a coin, if we toss a coin, if we toss two coins, 100 coins, what will happen? What will be the probability of getting that event, this event? If we throw a die or if we throw two die, what are the possible outcomes? What is the probability of getting double eight, two, two, three, three? Card from a drawing one card or cards from a well shuffled pack of 52 cards. How many cards are there? Well shuffled pack of 52 cards. These are all experiments, but we always use a term random experiment. A random experiment in which we cannot predict the outcome. A random experiment is an experiment is an experiment or a process, you can say, or a process in which for which the outcome cannot be predicted. Cannot be predicted. Means if we are throwing a die we cannot say whether 1 will come, 2 will come, 3 will come, 4 will come, 5 will come, 6 will come. What will come? We cannot predict in a single throw of a die. What can you predict? We cannot predict what will come. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4. So these all are random experiments. Examples are this: throwing a die, yeah, throwing a die, tossing a coin, these all are random experiments. And then next term is event. Event is actually, before that you should know sample space. Sample space. What is sample space? Sample space is the sample space. Sample space is the set of all possible outcomes in an experiment. Random experiment. So set of this is the set of all possible outcomes, possible outcomes in an experiment. In an in a random experiment, we are using always in here random in a random experiment. Set word. Uh, if we are throwing, suppose throwing a die, so we can have 1, we can have 2, we can have 3, 4, 5, or 6. So when we write this all in these curly brackets, possible outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called set. So writing this called set. So this is the set of all possible outcomes. For example, for tossing a coin, this for this one, sample space for first will be the set of possible outcomes. When you toss a coin, we are tossing one coin. When you are tossing one coin, so what are the possible outcomes? Head can come, tail can come. Okay. When we tossing two coins, second experiment, tossing two coins together, that means simultaneously two coins. Then the sample space S will be, what are the possible outcomes? Both can head, head head, head tail, tail head, and tail tail. So these are the possible outcomes for 2 points. Got it? So we are sometimes we have to find the event. These are the sets, and event is the subset of the sample space. If we get finding both the heads, so this is the subset. Subset means it is you can say it is fully inside the set. Means it belongs to all the elements. It belongs to S, but it is lesser than S. That is called subset. Okay. So that means event is a subset. Event of an experiment is always a subset of event is what? Subset of a sample space. So we are generally sometimes we are not concerned with what are the possible outcomes. We need to know how many outcomes are possible. For example, I'll tell you for coin. We see for coin, if we are tossing 1 coin, 2 coin, 100 coins, we know that how many possible outcomes are there. There is a formula. So 1 coin, I'll show you in a short manner. 1 coin, if we are tossing 1 coin, tossing 1 coin. The sample space is possible outcomes, head and tail. So number of possible outcomes, it is written by this NS. Number of possible outcomes are 2. If you are tossing 2 coins, So sample space is, as we have seen, head can have head tail head and tail. So this is the possible outcomes. And how many possible outcomes are there? NS, number of possible outcomes in the second part is NS 4. Okay. So there is a formula. If you are tossing n coins, for n coins, for n coins. So there is a formula. You can write NS is equal to 100 coins you are tossing, 2 raised to power n. Possible outcomes will be 2 raised to power n. If you are tossing suppose 5 coins, so it is very difficult to write what are the possible outcomes. But we can directly find out NS, what are the number of possible outcomes. What are that? That is difficult. So 2 raised to power 5. Okay. So rejoin.